All right, folks, welcome back to Kings of Opinion, episode 123. It's the first week in November. We got the Wonder and Bing Earn. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
Hope you had a good Halloween. Got some candy.
There we go. So, speaking of Halloween, I actually wasn't home for the most part of the day, so I left out the candy, and no one came till probably about let's say 3-4 o'clock, and then the candy was gone within an hour.
Wow.
I just left it outside, in a little basket or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was good. I'm glad some of the kids came by.
First kid probably took it all.
I don't even care. As long as it was gone, because it's not in this house, and I don't have to eat it. So that was great. But yeah, hope everyone had a good Halloween. Now we're in Thanksgiving season, so I can't wait for that in a couple weeks, right? But yeah, in the last week, the World Series is over. The Dodgers are again champions, which it didn't bother me as much as I thought it was going to bother me.
Didn't bother me because I didn't watch it.
I think maybe you enjoyed watching Toronto choke is what really happened.
You're 100% right. And it's funny. Last year's enemy was this year's friend. I know that there's plenty of sayings on that, but or quotes, but it holds true here. And unlike Ernie, I watched some of the World Series, not a lot. I'd say if there was 100 hours of World Series play, I probably watched 10. I only really watched that 18-inning game, and then the 7th game, I checked in on the score, and it was funny because the Dodgers were down early. I think it was 3-0.
For myself.
Yeah.
I was checking in a couple of times, and it was 2 on. They walked Guerrero to get to Bichette, and then first pitch, 3-run homer. That's when I went to bed. So I was like, oh, maybe Toronto will win. But a few things happened after that.
Yeah, you want? I mean, seriously.
Did you watch the whole game?
I did not. I was doing what you did because I wanted to watch other things because, like Ernie over here, the big Ern, I really didn't want to take up too much of my time with it. So I was really just checking on the phone and looking at highlights. And I know there was a bunch of big home runs, but once again, I checked on it and there were an extra innings. So I was like, okay, I have to watch the extra innings. And thankfully, it didn't go 18. It only went 11. But the few plays right off the bat, and I know this is the most important one, the IKF play at home plate.
Yeah, that seems to be pretty bad.
Did you see that play by chance? You had to, right?
I'm assuming that's the play that I saw pictures on the cover of the newspaper where he was out by 2 inches.
Yeah, and to me, the funny thing, when you're looking at it in replay, Will Smith, and I don't know why he did this, but he comes off of home plate, which makes it look closer than it is, because if he would have just stayed on it, he was definitely out. It wasn't even close. But because his foot comes off home plate, then he's sliding in, his foot barely got back down on home plate before the foot and the slide came in. And apparently IKF was getting threats to on social media to his house and everything like that.
Because he got thrown out?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I mean, listen.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of second guessing after the fact. How far away he was from the bag.
Correct.
Not sliding head first. Everybody had
even just running and not sliding. They said,
right.
Which I was talking to my father about it, and which shockingly he saw it. I don't know if he saw it on replay or whatever, but he's like, I don't think if he ran through home that he would have been safe. And I'm like, there's usually no way. The only time that really ever works out for you is first base. They always tell you to run through the bag because when you slide, you lose that speed and everything like that. So. Yeah. Home plate, you have to slide to, your foot is going to extend you more than you just staying upright. You know what I mean? It's just common sense. So I feel bad for him. He was a Yankee, whatever, they lost. Was it a very important play at the time? Yes, because if he scores, the World Series over. And the way that inning started to happen, I think they had bases loaded with nobody out. I want to say, I could be wrong, but that play happened with bases loaded and 1 out. And the guy makes I think it was Rojas, makes a crazy throw, almost off balance. He lost his footing, gained it back a little bit, and threw a dart to home plate, and they got the out at second. And it wasn't even done there. The very next play, they hit the ball out to deep left center-ish, and Kiki Hernandez, I guess, took a step in and was trying to catch up with it, and it looked like he was going to make a Willie Mays catch over the shoulder, and I forget the center fielder's name. Maybe is it Varsho? Is he the one that plays center, or is it somebody else? I don't know, but it's irrelevant. Well, that's the Blue Jays guy. I forget who plays center for the Dodgers, but he comes across and knocks Kiki on the ground and makes the catch, which was an amazing catch. And to be fair, he made the right play, because if that was the easier catch to make, even though he was coming all the way from center field, Kiki trying to make the over-shoulder catch, which would have been nice,
Right.
is not the right play there. You know what I mean? You want to square it up. So the center field did a great job. I'm blanking on his name right now, but I also don't care because they're world champions. So, whatever. And then, once again, Will Smith comes up big in the playoffs and hits a home run. And there you go. There's pretty much the World Series.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays lose. The Blue Jays lose. By the way, did you guys like the little memes I sent you?
I mean, I would honestly, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have had a problem with the Blue Jays winning just because Tom Mattingly would have finally gotten the World Series.
Yes. That's what I was torn apart on too. But literally, like, if they were classier about beating the Yankees, I think it would have been easier for me to say, all right, go Donnie, win a World Series.
Yeah, you're not necessarily rooting for the Blue Jays, just more so rooting for Mattingly.
Yeah, but what does that entail when you do that, right? So, like, I can't see past my now hatred of the Blue Jays. And listen, as the Yankees lose every year, there's a long line of these people. You have the Red Sox, you have the Astros, you have the Dodgers, now you have the Blue Jays. You even had the Rays a few years back a little bit. It wasn't as bad, but the last 2 years, that's why I hated this World Series, even though it was the most watched since I think it was 1991,
For a while.
I think it was. I think it was the Twins and Dodgers, was it?
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's either 91 or 93, but 93 I think was the Blue Jays year, right? So I don't think it was that year. I think it was 91. It was the Twins and somebody.
Beat out all the Yankee World Series?
Well, I mean, yeah. No one really liked the Yankees in the 90s so much. It was really just New York. But, I mean, they had 51 million views for Game 7, which is, that's like football numbers.
Wow.
So I did see that stat somewhere or whatever on Instagram. I don't know how true it is, but I'm pretty sure it was 1991 with the Twins and the Dodgers, with the Twins winning it all. So, yeah, I mean, kudos to baseball. They did a great job. And even if you didn't watch the World Series, it was a good World Series. Like, I just kept looking at, like, the highlights and stuff, and very well balanced. Two kind of different teams. I hope we can have something like that next year with the Yankees. And I'm going to say this first, and I'll give credit to my dad. My dad is stating right now, well, actually, it was a couple days ago, before the Blue Jays lost, that the Dodgers next year are going to be in the World Series against the Yankees, and the Yankees are going to get payback and stop them from having the new three-peat, because the Yankees were the last ones that had a three-peat from 98 to 2000. Yankees win the World Series next year. That's my dad's
bold statement.
Bold prediction really early on, because God knows with this free agency and stuff, what's going to happen.
Right. Moving parts.
There's so many rumors going around right now, and this is the time that's fun, but you got to kind of take it with a grain of salt, right?
You got was it the big 3 or 4 in our 2 teams that already filed for free agency?
Yeah, they all opted out. Cody Bellinger, I think it was Edwin Diaz, Pete Alonso, and am I missing someone else?
There might have been somebody else too. I just don't. Those are the 3 that I stood out.
Yeah. Also, the Yankees didn't pick up the option for Loizaga, which, makes sense to me. He's always hurt, and you're not going to pay $5 million for a guy that's not playing. So maybe they'll rework that deal. The Yankees did pick up the option on Tim Hill, which is good. I really like Tim Hill, even though
he did?
Yeah, even though he looks like he could be my dad. But other than that, I think, if it was me, we would have won that Dodger World Series if we would have put him in, and he would have not given up that grand slam like Cortez did. We'd be, singing a different tune right now. So those are the early moves on. I did see Brian Cashman. They were saying that maybe that he should think about rebuilding, and he went sort of berserk on them. So which is cool. He was stating like, listen, the team that won the World Series hit more home runs this year than the other team. So, we got guys that hit a lot of home runs. He's like, I would like to get better with guys with contact. If we could bring some guys in to make the team better, I will. And for early on in the free agency scene, I kind of like what he's saying. We know he's not going to go anywhere, just like Boone. So let's just see what he can do this year to make the team better. I hope he signs Cody Bellinger. There's rumors of Kyle Tucker being signed. There's rumors of trading for Struble. There's rumors of Bo Bichette being signed.
Yeah,
I mean, there's I don't want to go much further than that because these rumors are going to be swirling for the next probably month.
Just hand out a whole bunch of deferred contracts like the
Dodgers, yes.
Sign them all.
Right. But you know what's funny? The Dodgers needed every single one of their guys to win that World Series this year, if you think about it. Rojas hit the game-tying home run. He had the play at the plate. Like, these are guys that aren't big-name guys that contributed. And that's what the Yankees and Mets are missing. There's been a lot of talk about the Mets trying to get Struble as well. They're shit-talking Stearns a little bit because he wants to pay all this money for Soto, but wants to be cheap with the pitching side of things. So we're going to see where they go with that in the upcoming weeks.
And I can't imagine that Detroit's going to let School get away.
I agree with you. I just think, okay, we'll get into it now, but it's almost like what the Jets just did, and we'll talk about more in a little bit. If they're not going to sign him for $500 million or $450, which is what he's looking for, and someone wows him with a big package, I think they'll do it. Let's put it like that.
Well, yeah, if they've already made that decision that they're not going to sign him, then of course, make it like you're going to, and let these people start calling you, making ridiculous offers, and take the best one.
But you don't think that they're going to trade him at all? You think they're going to try and sign him for a big contract?
I would think so. I mean, who do they have on their? Do they have anybody on a big contract on their team? I mean, I'm sure there's got some guys with significant contracts, but no.
No 300, 400 million guy. No, I agree with you. I don't think they do. A lot of their guys are homegrown talent from wherever it trades or whatever.
I mean, I think they've been a good enough team and a big enough market where they're going to can afford to at least have one guy,
Yeah, I mean, it's Detroit, for Christ's sake, and you got the Lions doing pretty good over there too, so the city should be pretty, well funded, and the owners should be willing to, pay some big bucks. So we'll see where that goes. So other than that, the only thing I really want to touch on is I'm really interested to see who's going to win the MVP this year for the AL. That was what I don't know when that comes out. I'm assuming in the next, week or so.
It's going to be Cal Raleigh.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yep.
I mean, at the very least, Judge will get the Silver Slugger and the batting title, but he should have he should pretty much have all three, in my opinion. You could see, it's hard to say what Seattle would have been if Cal Riley got hurt for a couple weeks, because he didn't. He played every game. But you could see the Yankees are just a different team when Judge was out of the lineup, and that's a clear MVP. And I kind of hate this thing where you got to put an MVP on a loser team because they still have good numbers and this, that, and the other, which thankfully the last few years that hasn't happened.
Right.
But you remember going back at least 5 or so years ago, that used to happen a lot. A-Rod used to win that thing on the shittiest of teams. There'd be guys all over the place. So I'm glad they're not doing that. Yeah.
I saw Fried got a Gold Glove.
Yes, the only Yankee to get a Gold Glove. I don't know what's going on with the Silver Sluggers yet. That didn't come out yet, but maybe that'll come out in the upcoming days. But yeah, we'll see where that goes. I'm still holding out hope that they give it to Judge just because they should, as opposed to giving it to the guy that hit 60 home runs. And I agree with you, Ernie. I said once he hit 60 home runs, it was going to be tough not to give it to him.
Yeah.
But it's just all the extra stuff. You look at their numbers. Judge beats him on everything but the home runs, and I think he's behind him on RBIs by 7. That, that's not much. But yeah, Shooting across to football, the Jets had a bye, but the Jets were very busy yesterday during the trade deadline.
Yes, they were.
And it actually affected the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, it did.
So tell me how you guys feel about it. Oh, okay, no, not all at once.
We shall see. We shall see. But I mean, at face value, I think it's both good for both teams.
Yes. So it's funny too because you got somebody from Cincinnati too, something Wilson, I want to say.
The linebacker.
Linebacker, yeah. So the Dallas Cowboys were very busy. Jerry Jones, I believe, said he was going to be busy, and that's exactly what he did. And after Dallas lost to the Cardinals, which, you know, shame on you guys because you guys fucked me because I had a lot riding on that game with my fantasy, and you guys couldn't, like, you moved the ball to a certain point, and then why you guys were going for it on fourth down and, like, you know, 3, 4, 1, 6. I feel like you couldn't kick a field goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Javonte Williams was kind of trash. But speaking of which, there was that one fourth and what was it? 1 or
Well, he looked
6?
It looked good in the beginning of the game. He looked real good, Javonte Williams.
Yeah,
Drive.
but they didn't go back to him because they were down by like 10.
Right.
And then there was that one play. Was it before the half or was it in the third quarter? I can't remember. But he winds up throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb, and the guy knocks it down.
Yeah.
It was fourth. I want to say it was it 4th and 1 or something, or 4, something like that. It was close.
Yeah.
But if you looked, he threw to his right. He only looked to his right, Dak, which is anyone that knows football, you can't just stare down your wide receiver. The guy's going to know, which is exactly what happened. CeeDee Lamb didn't even have a chance for the toss up, but right to his left was Javonte Williams, wide open for 20 yards. And he was just in the flat, and you could have passed it to him. He would have at least got the first down, but there was literally no defensive back within 20 yards of him, which drove me nuts because that 2 to 3 points would have won me my week because I lost by 2 points.
Big swing. Yeah.
I know, I lost by 2 points.
Yeah.
But anyway, that game, I watched that whole game, and I was just pissed off at Dak Prescott. Now, listen, they have a great offense, but obviously now you know if you put pressure on Dak Prescott and he has a bad game, the Cowboys are going to lose.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not right. They need to basically, right now with the way their defense has been, is they have to score a touchdown basically every drive.
Right.
So we'll see what changes now.
But you know what?
They got a bye week, and let's see what happens.
Their defense wasn't even that bad against
Oh,
Arizona.
they were bad.
They were
bad.
stopping them at times. Like when they needed stops, they got the stops, especially at the end of the game.
They were already down by so much, it was too late.
But whose fault is that for not kicking fucking field goals the whole time? You know what I mean? I think they gave away like 6, almost 9 points where they went for it.
He missed the 68-yarder.
Well, that I don't blame him for. I mean, that's kind of tough.
And then,
Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
see what happens.
getting back to the trade, so the Jets send Quentin Williams to the Cowboys for a second-round pick this year, upcoming draft, and a first-round pick next year, which is awesome. And even before that,
And a player too.
oh yeah, but the player was a first-round pick, right, for Dallas?
Yeah,
But like
Mozzie Smith.
but he wasn't getting playing time or something
Never
like that.
panned out, but he was like a top 10 pick a couple of years back from
Yeah,
Michigan.
I think it was 2023, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
from Michigan.
Yeah. And then right before that trade happened, a few hours earlier, the Jets traded Sauce Gardner to the Colts. I guess somewhat from what we're hearing, a desperation move for the Colts. And they traded him 2 first-round picks to the Jets this year and next year. And Adonai Mitchell, who is last year's second-round pick for a wide receiver, I think from what, is Ohio or something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was somewhere decent. He's actually the guy that a couple weeks ago ran for the touchdown and dropped the ball before the end zone.
Oh, really?
Yes. And the only reason why I know that is because I've been watching Chad Powers, and he does that in the show.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, who does that? I'm like, actually, someone just did that last week, you know? Every once in a while, someone does that, and I don't understand why. Like, just make sure you cross the plane. Then you can do whatever you want with the ball. You can throw it to the stands. You can sit on it. You know, whatever you want. But he's young and supposedly highly talented. So now he automatically comes right to the Jets and is, you know, the wide receiver 2 on a Jets team. And, you know, it's funny. I don't feel bad about any of these trades. They're great trades, and everyone's going to say the same thing, right? You got to hit on these picks. And they 100% do have to hit on these picks. Like, you got to get bona fide guys to make your team better, especially with first and second round picks.
Yeah.
The Jets have 6 of them now in the next 2 years.
But they're gonna have 3 next.
Yeah,
next draft.
well, 3 next year, and then 3 the following. So they have those extra picks for the next 2 years, which will be good for them. And Aaron Glenn has done all the right things. I was listening to his press conference today. You know, he was treating the guys like men, right? Sending them out, wishing them the best of luck, saying, you know, listen, our time isn't now. I'm actually glad for once the Jets sort of look like they know what they're doing. You know, Woody Johnson didn't really get in the way. He said, go ahead, trade or whatever.
Williams hasn't been happy. Sauce Gardner, they signed to a freaking extension that they should have never signed him to. And they're like, okay, you're going to take him and give us 2 first-round picks?
And a receiver? Yeah, you're right. And I guess what made that happen is because they didn't give him an uploaded signing bonus or guaranteed money. His guaranteed is only like $13 million, as opposed to what you normally see nowadays, where you're up in, like, depending on the position, 20, 30, 40, 100, whatever it is, right? So that kind of helped the deal. And listen, it's good for both players, right? More so for Sauce because it looks like the Colts will be in the playoffs unless they dramatically suck, right? But even with the Cowboys, they're not out of it yet. Their division kind of sucks, and the NFC East is kind of up for grabs. Besides, I don't even know. Like, I think it's pretty much up for grabs.
We'll see.
You know?
We'll see what happens.
2 big injuries with the Giants and the Redskins.
Yeah.
So it's basically them and Philly. You know.
Right, and Philly doesn't impress me like they did last year. You know what I mean? They're coming off a bye. You have, what's his name? AJ Brown's not happy. I mean, he didn't get traded, but they're not a complete team like they were last year. So you never know if it's the Phillies from last year or the year before in 2023 where they shit the bed at the end of the season.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. They made a couple of moves as well, so.
Right. And yeah, listen, you know, things can change in a heartbeat in the NFL. We've seen that every week. Teams that look like just this week too. The Colts. The reason why they probably made this deal is because they lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, which they were, you know, favored highly. I think it was at least 8 points, which is, you know, a decent spread on the game. The Vikings beat the Lions this week too. So like, I was gonna ride the Lions' coattails to the Super Bowl, but now JJ McCarthy comes in there, plays a pretty good game. Their defense held the Lions in check, which didn't happen last year.
Was that his first game?
Back, yes.
Yeah.
So you got that on the table. The Packers looked terrible against the Panthers, and they were home, which means you still don't have that good Lambeau feel that they've had for most of their time. They lost to I don't even want to say the lonely Panthers right now, because the Panthers, I think, they're 5-4, and they're fighting for the division.
Yeah,
Panthers?
Dowd has been killing it for them, right?
Dowdle, yeah. Rico Dowdle has been killing it. Let's see. I'm gonna look. I got it right here. So you got the South. So yeah, Tampa is 6-2,
former Cowboy.
and the Panthers are 5-4. Yes, he is a 4 from last year, but he's taken over, knocked Chuba Hubbard out of the starting rotation. So now Hubbard is the backup, and Dowdle is doing great, and he has more rushing yards than most teams, and he's played like 3 games as a starting running back. And what's weird about the Panthers is they're split home and away. They're 3-1 at home, 2-3 on the road, and they just won on the road against the Packers. Otherwise, they'd be 1-3. So I think they play at home this week too. So you might be staring at a 6-4 team after this week, because I don't know if they're playing anyone. Let me check real quick. I don't think. Yeah, they're playing New Orleans. So I mean, unless something crazy happens there, they should win that game, you know, and they'll be 6-4. And Tampa hasn't looked great either. Like, they just came off a loss. They did have a bye. Bucky Irving's hurt. Now they're saying he might not come back at all this season, which once again hurts my fantasy, but whatever. You got Chicago in the mix. You even got Minnesota.
Big win for Chicago Sunday. Williams had a game-winning drive for them.
Did you watch any of that game or the highlights? That game was insane.
High
It was like the Jets Bengals game the week before. It was not only high scoring, but the Bengals wind up taking the lead, and then Caleb Williams comes right down and throws to what's his name, the tight end Loveland, and he bounced. Once again, I don't understand this about football. I never will. Maybe for the rest of my life, but they hit this tight end with like a shoulder, like leading with the shoulder. He doesn't go down and then runs another 30 yards for a touchdown. Meanwhile, there were 3 Bengals right there when he makes the catch. Not one of them decides to wrap him up. And he just takes off. And that's how they won the game. Because it was like he scored in like 20 seconds. And there was only 40 seconds left on the clock. So then Cincinnati got the ball back, did nothing with it, and they lost the game. Which is, whatever's going on in Cincinnati, and I like Cincinnati. Joe Burrow is not coming back this year, so it's Flacco all the way through. And at this point, they're probably not going to make the playoffs anyway. So it is what it is. I guess they're just going to play to, knock people out of the playoffs or whatever. Like, I don't know. I think they're like 3-6.
They are. So
Yes.
I don't think they'll be rushing.
No. Well, I read an article earlier today while I was sitting here that they're not rushing. They're not only not rushing him back, they're shutting him down. They're not even going to bring him back. Like, I guess if they were like, 4-5 or somewhere in that mix where they could be closer, maybe. And listen, there's still a chance if they could rope off a couple of wins. But this is what they did last year, right? Like, they got into this position last year. They wind up winning 6 in a row, I think it was, but they fell a game short of the playoffs. I think they were 9-8, but another team had a better record.
Yeah, but they won those 6 games in a row with Flacco. I mean,
Well,
with
yeah.
Burrow.
Joe, yeah, of course. But that's what I'm saying. Like, unless something like that happens with Flacco, which can we talk about him for just 20 seconds? Like, how amazing is this guy? He's 40-something years old. He looks like he shouldn't be playing football anymore. And it's not really like he's not fat or anything like that, but like his face just looks worn out to me. Like, I see him on a press conference.
I think he looks okay.
No, bro. Like, he's got like the bag under his eyes. I mean, maybe it's the salt and pepper beard or whatever, but like, to me, he looks like when he's done with a game, like he's shot, like he needs 3 days. Like, you're not going to see him at practice for 3 days, and then he'll see you Thursday and he'll throw some stuff and do some plays and then get ready for game time. Because
Might be possible. That might be the case.
yeah, he looks shot to me when I watch him on interviews or even like towards the end of the game. He is giving it all. I mean this in the best possible way. I'm extremely impressed with him. And after him being on like one of those, he won a Super Bowl with the Ravens. Then he was like now a veteran journeyman with a bunch of teams, including the Jets, Browns, and etc. And now he's with the Bengals. And remember, go ahead.
Didn't he actually win 2 Super Bowls with the Ravens?
I know of at least one. You could double check that, let us know. But he literally got benched in Cleveland. And then he comes over to the Bengals and he's throwing for 300 yards every week and multiple touchdowns. And it's as simple as, I guess they go into the quarterback room and they go like this. Listen, throw to Jamar Chase.
Right.
Because the last couple of games I watched, that's literally all he does.
Yeah.
And then every
I
once
saw
in a while...
Higgins had a touchdown.
Yes, well, I was getting to that. So, like, every once in a while, he'll, like, look Jamar Chase down, like what Dak did with CeeDee Lamb, and then throw to Higgins, and he gets a touchdown. And both those guys wind up being happy. And Chase Brown is in the mix, which is great.
Yeah, he catches a lot of balls, too, yeah.
He caught 8 out of 14 last week for, like, 80 yards. So that's what I mean. Like, he still has it, obviously, but, like, it's weird. You saw him go from backup. He went to the Jets, right? He was awful. Everyone was like, his arm is done, this, that, and the other. I forget where he went immediately after that. It might have been the Browns, but I don't think it was. It was probably somewhere else. Then he goes, oh, no, the Colts was last year. So maybe it was the Browns. He goes to the Browns. He gets them to the playoffs. Then whatever. Oh, maybe it was the Colts. Either which way. Wherever he's going, it's either one team he's terrible and they think he's done, and then the next team he goes to, he's great.
Yeah.
And, I applaud him for that. I think that's always a good story to see, and especially in the NFL where it's like a younger man's game and everything like that. Like, he's still slinging it, and it's great. I love it. I don't know if there's anything else for the football. Any other big trades that I might have missed? Oh, Jacoby Myers went to Jacksonville. Travis Hunter's out for at least 4 weeks. It looks like Brian Thomas is going to be out too with a ankle injury now.
You just said Murray's out, right?
Yeah, Kyler Murray's out. He went actually on IR, so he's out for the next 4 weeks. But you know what? That was probably just because Jacoby Brissett is another one. He's playing really good right now in that system, and he's actually doing what Flacco's doing as well. Like, he's throwing it to the guys that can catch the ball.
Yeah, and he's another one that's been all over.
Right. And like, you saw the different comparisons when Kyler Murray's in. He doesn't throw to Trey McBride, who is a beast of a tight end. That's all Brissett throws to us. We saw it on Monday. He must have threw him 8 or 9 times.
You know, and I guess that's why these guys stick around, right? Because there's always going to be the chance of them going somewhere that's going to need them, and they're going to make very decent money, I'm sure. You know.
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely decent money. I mean, you know, I think a backup quarterback makes a couple million, which normally if you're not going to play,
I would say more than that.
Well, I guess depending on the name, but either which way, that's sign me up for that tomorrow. I'll be a backup quarterback. A crappy game that I saw over the weekend was that Broncos-Texan game until late. It looked like Bo Nix had nothing going on against the Texans. That's another injury, which is C.J. Stroud went out with a concussion. So the Texans lost that game in, I think it was in overtime, as a matter of fact, with a field goal. But once again, Bo Nix gets it done when it matters. He got a late touchdown, ties the game up. They go into extras. He marches them down the field. They kick a field goal. Game over.
Jacoby Brissett signed a 2-year contract this year with them for $12.5 million.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We talked about the Colts-Steelers game. That, you know, the score looked closer than it was, 27-20, but, you know, it was all Steelers the whole time pretty much, and there's another quarterback that goes from the Jets, and to be fair, Rodgers wasn't terrible with the Jets that last year. In the second half of the year, he came on and he had the most touchdowns thrown by anyone in the second half, which is good. But he's marching the Steelers along. Like, they're not perfect. That's why I think, like, this season is going to go down to the wire with all these teams.
Yeah.
And it's fun to see.
And I guess that's, with all these draft picks, it's going to be, let's see who the next quarterback that the Jets draft, that they're going to end up shipping to another team and being their star quarterback.
What else do we got here? So we pretty much touched on all of them. The only other thing I wanted to talk about is, did you guys see the Sunday night game, Seattle Seahawks versus the Commanders? No? So there's another ex-Jet quarterback, Sam Darnold, and he completed 16 out of 16 passes in a row. It might have been even 1 or 2 more in the first half. And they crushed the Commanders. And like you said, Jalen Daniels went down.
Bad injury, right?
Yeah, real bad. Arm injury.
Dislocated.
That looked bad.
I saw like super slow-mo, like perfect angle video of it. It was nasty.
Yeah, I saw when they freeze framed it too, and the arm was like all like,
Yeah,
it almost looks something.
It was coming out, getting ready to come out the skin.
It almost looked at something like out of a zombie or an Exorcist movie, like where like they, I don't know, conjure their bodies in a weird way. It didn't look great, but Seattle looks really, really good as of right now. Another team that looks really good are the Rams. So you do have teams that are up there in the NFC, but I think any of these teams can and probably will be beat at some point. So the NFC, like I said, relating to your Cowboys, there's still hope, you know.
Yeah, there's still hope. There's not, you know.
Maybe they just
a ton of hope, but there's still hope.
Oh, maybe they just need a little cheering section on Sundays. You know what I mean? You get out for the football games, watch some football, and you know, see what's going on.
We got this week off, so we got. Hopefully, these new guys get acclimated to the team, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Any interest in any of the games this week coming up as far as for football?
I really haven't looked at the schedule. I don't know who's playing who.
So after last week's Kansas City Bills game, which was a really good game, but it looks like Kansas City just couldn't hang on. But to be fair, they always beat the Bills in the playoffs.
Yeah, the regular season, not so much, but yeah, that seems to be the way it goes.
So I wouldn't take much stock in that. However, this week you got the 7-2 Broncos going up against the Chiefs, and the Broncos are home. So that's a game I want to see, and that's a 4:25 game.
Yeah.
That's a nice afternoon delight at 4:25. Besides that, there's a lot of divisional games going on this week. So you got Cincinnati Pitt.
And there's a overseas game again.
Yes, that
They'll win.
what?
Germany
Yeah, what?
The Colts.
and the Falcons.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. Colts and Falcons, huh?
Yeah, you boys sauce.
Wow. So I guess I'm gonna have to wake up early to go see that, huh? But yeah, I probably will not do that. But you know, we'll see. That'll probably be a good game for a 9:30 start. You got Buffalo, Tampa,
That's a good game.
right in Buffalo though.
Okay.
So that I don't know how cold it's gonna be at 1:00 on this Sunday, but that could be like a good game for Buffalo. I don't think Tampa really plays well in the cold. I'm not sure, but we'll see how that goes. And then that's pretty much it. You got the Lions and Eagles Sunday night, and you got the. Oh wait, what is this? I'm on the wrong week. We're on week 11. Jeez, my bad. Just disregard all those games. I don't know
No
why.
wonder you couldn't find it.
I was about to say. Yeah, I was like, holy shit. So yeah, scratch all that, whatever. Yeah, nothing. This is a big bye week too, so you're not gonna see a ton of games. Steelers, Chargers Sunday night, Eagles, Packers Monday night, which I'm excited about. Yeah, Arizona, Seattle, Detroit, Washington. We'll see. Yeah, I got nothing else. I messed all that up, so what are you gonna do? But at least you guys know what's going on for week 11.
A little early.
Yeah, a little early, just in case we're not around next week. As far as that goes, the Knicks, how the Knicks doing? Are you been watching any of that?
They're playing tonight. They're playing the Timberwolves. They haven't lost at home yet, so on the road they haven't looked so great. But we'll see. Still early in the season. We know how basketball goes. Doesn't mean anything till right before the playoffs. So
No, and for the Knicks with the new coach, apparently it's going to take them a little bit of time to get their game going and everything like that. I heard Kat talking about
I
it.
mean, they seem fine. They seem good. You're definitely seeing a lot more people playing, and you know, guys aren't playing 40 minutes every game anymore. So we shall see. We shall see. Tonight should be a good game. They haven't lost at home yet. They're playing the Timberwolves, so it's always nice to see Randall and DiVincenzo back at the Garden. So should be a nice game.
And I think they were saying Edwards is back too, because I think
He's been out like the last 4 games.
Okay, good. All right, good. So at least it gives you something to watch tonight on this Wednesday night, because then you got football tomorrow. And yeah, we'll
boy
go from-
Flacco
I know, see?
looks like a handsome fellow, man.
Yeah, he doesn't look bad while he's playing the game. It's after the game when he's exhausted, and he looks like, man, oh, what am I doing to myself? But good for him. Like I said, it's a good story. As far as stuff to watch, what have we been watching? I got a whole list here, guys. So you guys start. So I'll start off with the movie Weapons. I watched it a couple days ago. Crazy movie.
Yeah, not bad at all. I mean, plus she's good. I like her. She's a good actress.
Who, the girl with the blonde short hair?
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Ozark. But weird.
Very,
But
very odd.
So, you mentioned last week that there was no character development really.
Right.
So, while I was watching, I was trying to pay attention to it, and my belief is they did that specifically on purpose, like how they cut to each person
The Knicks.
and gave you like a little taste of
Right.
each person and how they intertwined into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it started off with her, then it went to the cop or to the principal,
Right.
and it all wound up coming together towards the end. The only problem I have with it is if they do have a prequel with that aunt,
Mm-hmm.
I forget what her name was, but whatever.
Right.
I do want to see where all that.
Came from.
Yeah, I don't even know what to call it besides maybe just sorcery or whatever. Like,
Right.
whatever. They need to explain that
Yeah.
first and
I think
foremost.
sorcery would be a good way to describe it.
Right. Yeah. And the only, I guess, negative I would say is at the end they did sort of tie it off with a bow. They said all the kids, were reunited with their families, but at the very end when you saw them, rip her apart,
Yeah.
and they were just standing there.
That was funny, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they did it that way on purpose, but even the chase that when they're busting through the house.
Right.
To me, that was cool. Like I like them running through everything. Yeah, they look like cheetahs running through the like the jungle or whatever, and like it was crazy to me how they were just blowing through windows and doors and knocking everything. And she was like so scared, and the little kid like did that to her or whatever, and like, I guess because he paid attention, I guess if you want to call it, because all of a sudden he could just do that, you know what I mean? But he never really got his parents back. The kids were never really, like, they said like some of the kids were like talking, but like I could have used 2 more minutes of seeing if they were normal again, maybe, or something like that.
Right.
Not just how they, like, after they ripped her apart, they were just standing there for a while, and Josh Brolin carries his kid home, and I don't know. I was left with a sense of, okay, are they normal? Like, I know they said some of them we were talking, but they didn't say if they wound up going back to normal. Whereas Josh Brolin snapped out of it. He was normal. Like, he didn't even realize what he was doing.
Right.
He stopped choking the girl, and he was, like, looking for his son.
Right.
So why didn't that happen to everyone? I'm assuming that it didn't because he was part of that one stick where the kid changed the spell, I guess you could say. Is that my doorbell? Oh. But yeah, really cool movie. I'd like to see a prequel. I could see them also having another, I guess a sequel as well.
Yeah.
Because they could do that and start off with the kids and something, if you could write that movie, you could write a sequel to that and hopefully it'll be just as good. But I'll stop there. You guys tell me what you've been watching.
I've been watching The Diplomat.
Oh, you were mentioning something about that a couple weeks ago, didn't you?
No.
Oh, you know what that was? It was Mike. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just it's only 3 seasons and it's 6 and 8 episodes.
It's short.
So I'm on season 3 already. I'm like 2 episodes in. My sister had told me about the show, and it's great. It's really good. It's a House of Cards political type show, but
does it have like some action in it? Like 20? Someone would describe it as a little bit like 24, a little bit like a little bit of.
I never saw 24, but there's
This guy's talking about shows. I've never seen 24.
there's no action.
No action at all. Oh, okay, so then they were off on that. What else you got?
That's really the only thing that I've been watching.
Yeah, you've been heavily invested.
Yeah, I just been doing some stuff on the computer after work's been just exhausting. So when I get home, I'm just like shot, and I don't want to do anything or know anything. So, but I started that like
A couple weeks ago.
yeah, maybe like a week and a half ago. So that's pretty much been the only thing I've been watching because it is pretty good.
It is good, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta watch it.
I could get a good couple of because the episodes are long too. They're all like
An hour.
long.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it takes some time, to get through a couple of episodes. But
Does it start off slow or?
no, I find it very, even keel the whole way through. But it's just it's a it's a very good storyline.
And you got to pay attention,
Yeah.
obviously. Wonder, what do you got, pal?
Yeah, I watched a few things.
I love that for you, by the way.
I still have. I gotta watch the last. I think it came out yesterday. The last episode of the Lowdown. I think that's the
It did.
finale.
It did. Yep.
So yeah, looking forward to that. What else? I watched the first two of.
There you go, buddy. There you go. I was waiting for you.
Welcome to Derry. The second one, my friend told me this. The second one was available on like early on Sunday.
It came out on Halloween. Yeah.
Oh, that's what.
Oh,
it was.
I started the first episode of that and I fell asleep, but that looks like it's going to be really
Yeah.
good.
Bro.
It's like.
You texted me, right?
Yeah. That was after the first one.
That looks like it's going to be really good.
It's just like
You gotta watch it.
It just kind of like reminds me like when you do something like that and you do it right, it's like
It's amazing.
It's so good. Like
Yeah.
the I'll just say, no spoilers, but the movie theater scene in the first episode, like my jaw dropped. Like I texted Ryan like right after.
I'm assuming Kim's not watching that
She
show.
100% is. She made me watch it.
I thought she can't handle that.
No, it's like the demonic ones, like the Conjuring and stuff like
so
that.
Then you're fine.
Yeah, no. So it was Halloween. So I remember you texted me,
Right.
and you told me just like wow, and like whatever you said, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna get on it. And Friday we watched it, and I thought we only had one episode. So we watched the first episode, and I don't want to spoil anything either, but the one with the black girl that was talking to her mother.
Right. Yeah.
That scene was crazy.
And then the other one after that too in the supermarket.
Yeah.
Just all three interactions with like,
Were insane.
the villain, I guess you could say, are all each scene, all of them incredible.
Right. To me, the one I liked the least was the one in the supermarket.
Right.
Because the other two were so like
Scary, probably.
crazy. Yeah, to me it wasn't scary. It was just crazy. Like,
Right.
what the F is that? And what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And even the scene with the kid in the car.
Yeah, that's the opener. That's the
Yeah,
opener
and I'm
for the
like,
show.
what? Yeah, and whatever. It sucks because I would like to say what's going on, but like normally I wait to watch these. You know this, but I watched it. So then I get done with the first episode, and it immediately goes into the second one on Halloween. I'm like, wait, what the hell's going on? But
So
I
that
looked
was-
it up. They
that was
pushed it
just for
forward
Halloween.
for Halloween. So like they pushed it the second episode, and they didn't give you one on Sunday, and then the next one is this Sunday on the 9th.
I see.
And I don't know, I can't remember how many episodes they have for this season.
I can't see it being a lot.
It's got to be at the
Probably
bare
8.
minimum 8
I would say
and the most 10. I hope it's 10 because I need to see 10 episodes. This show looks awesome.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to see is Pennywise.
Right. Well, I think you saw him for a second in the second episode, but
It was like,
Yeah.
like I want him to
Right.
remember the movies, right? So like the movies, you saw him, and then you saw him like transform to things.
Right.
Right now, he's just screwing with their minds, which is fine because that's kind of what he did in the beginning of the movies too.
Right.
But like now, it's a TV show, so I'm wondering. What I don't want to happen is whatever the last episode is, then that's when you see him. Like I hope we see him in the next episode or two, and
Yeah,
then you start getting crazier and crazier.
I think we will.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope you're right.
Right.
What else? Anything else?
And then I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. So I watched a film as well.
Whoa.
Appropriate too with the Halloween. 28 years later.
Oh, how was
It's
that?
on Netflix.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm waiting on that because I want to see. I saw 28 days.
Mhm.
Then I'm trying to find where 28 weeks later is to rewatch it.
Oh, okay.
And then watch
Oh,
that.
I see.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good. It's probably not like I wanted to see it since it came out.
Yeah.
It's probably not what I expected, but I enjoyed it. I liked it.
New
David-
cast?
Yeah,
Has
it's
to be,
like
right?
I mean, it's just like a different, I guess
Time period,
you know,
yeah.
a few years later, so to speak.
Right. Yeah.
But no, it was good. Like I said, different than what I thought it would be, but I enjoyed it. Ray Fiennes is good in it. The kid. I thought the kid was pretty good in it as well. And then what else? Oh, and then I also started from I think your guys' recommendation, Dark Winds. Is that what it's called?
Maybe.
The AMC show.
What?
The Native American.
Yeah, the sheriff.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad told me about that. I didn't watch that. Yeah.
Dark Queens.
Yeah.
Anyway, I started that, and I like it.
Yeah.
I'm like only a few episodes in, but AMC usually puts out some good stuff. So
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm
FX.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Awesome.
So I think that's it as far as TV. How about your list?
Okay, so, a couple movies right off the bat. Netflix movie, House of Dynamite.
How was it? I gotta be honest with you, it doesn't pull me in just from like hearing what it's about, but I'd like to hear your.
It was good. It was pretty good.
Which one was that?
House of Dynamite.
Catherine Bigelow's new movie, the director from The Hurt Locker.
It's basically like
Is that the girl from Silo?
she's in it. Yes,
Okay.
yes. I forget her name. Something Ferguson or something like that.
All right.
Idris Elba's in it too. He's like the president, and what basically happens is
Nuclear.
it's a nuclear, all-out kind of like war. Basically, is happening, but it's the beginning stage of it.
Okay.
So the movie takes place there, and what America is trying to figure out and do. So it's people freaking out, like things are going on and whatever. I don't want to ruin it. I liked it, and they left you on like a cliffhanger. I'll tell you that much. Where like it's like it leaves you like shocked, like what happens? You know what I mean?
Oh.
So it's pretty good. It's not overly long. I think it's like an hour and 45 minutes. It's one of those Netflix movies. It's a different take. Like you're not gonna, if you want to watch this movie because you're thinking you're gonna see explosions and this and that, you're not. It's all drama and like emotions and that stuff. Which
Right.
you know,
then you'll like The Diplomat then.
right. Which is why I think someone compared that to like 24, because 24 is a lot of drama and stuff like that, but it also has a lot of action in it too. So maybe it was just taking the political side of the 24, which, by the way, you need to watch 24, dude.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Jesus. That's one of the best shows ever on this planet. Another movie, I forget what this is on. I want to say I fell into it on Prime. Could be wrong, though. Ballad of a Small Player.
Yeah, I think that is Prime. I remember seeing the thing on top. Who's in it again?
Colin Farrell.
Right.
I did watch that too.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It was all right. I thought it was going to be a lot better than it was.
Me too. I will tell you that for me not being able to do much right now.
Or was it Netflix? Netflix or Prime? I forget. Go on.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Netflix or Prime, guys. Whatever. You'll find it. Just Google it.
Just
It'll
stream
tell you.
it, yeah.
Right, yeah. Or if you have a Fire Stick, just put it in there. It's not that hard. I found it entertaining at times. It could have been better, you're right. The reason what caught me to watch it was Colin Farrell because he's a good actor.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever. Without ruining everything, it's good to just watch if you've got nothing really to watch, and it's not something that you have to rush and go see.
Okay.
I would say that, right? I guess.
Yeah.
That's that. I saw the Charlie Sheen documentary. Did anyone watch
What's that on?
that? That's on Netflix.
Okay.
That for sure. I know, and that's on Netflix. It's only 2 episodes, but it's an hour and a half an episode. So it's like part 1, part 2 for Hot Shots.
Got it.
Really good. They don't pull punches. He tells you a lot. I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but
Yeah, I mean,
check it out.
telling the life story of a character like that's got to be.
It was crazy.
I'm sure
It's
there's
gotta
a few
be good.
stories.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a bunch, and his wives are on there, so there's just a lot. The people that are doing the documentary are actually asking him the questions too, to get him to come out as well. It's not just like whatever he wants to say.
Right.
They throw a couple curveballs in there that you're like, whoa, and then he answers them, and he answers them in such a Charlie Sheen like way. You know what I mean? His father wasn't on it, Martin Sheen. His brother Emilio was, but for 2 minutes.
Oh.
But there's a bunch of people that are on it.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely worth the watch in my opinion. I finished Only Murders in a Building. I remember talking about this last week, guys, and saying, how could they not, they have to end it now? Unfortunately, they're not ending it. There's another season coming out because I looked into it. So there's a 6th season coming out next year.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Oh wow.
IMDb is on lock with those kind of things. They're never wrong. Good. show ending. It's quick to watch. Like, if you've already been watching it, continue to watch it like me.
Right. It's just one of those.
You're not gonna be surprised.
Easy,
Yeah.
it's an easy show to watch. It's humorous. It's funny. It's fun. It's nice.
So I guess you were right last week. All those cameos and people, it's because they're doing well. I was definitely wrong.
Right.
It's not because they were blowing it and they
Right.
were losing money.
You saw.
It was the latter. So kudos to you. Congratulations on that. I don't want to talk about this movie because I can't even believe I watched this movie. So we're done with that. It was a Halloween movie. I'll just tell you, it's called The Blackening. So it's like a spoof on The Awakening or whatever. Don't watch it. It had some funny moments, but like you'll lose an hour and a half and be like, what did I watch? I'm not telling you to watch it. Whatever. Chad Powers. I finished that because there's only 6 episodes on Hulu. You guys have to watch it. It's hilarious.
It's good.
Yeah, I started watching. So there's the whole season's only 6 episodes.
At least for now. I did my due diligence, double checked it. I finished it literally yesterday because I watched it over the last couple of days. Not long episodes either, like 30 something minutes, 40 something minutes tops. Maybe the first episode. It ended. It only has 6 episodes, and I even checked my IMDb. There's no second season. It ends in a cliffhanger, so I'm assuming it will get picked up, but they haven't said it yet. I mean, maybe it's too fresh because it did just only come out like a month or so ago. I would say.
Yeah.
Not even like maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
But what's the guy's name? Is it Chad Powell or something like that? No, it's not Chad Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. He's great in it. There's a couple people that you might recognize in it. Good show. Really good show. Especially if you like football, it's kind of cool and whatever. It's got a little bit of it.
Fun, easy show to
Right,
watch.
100%. Did you finish it? Or no, not yet?
So I saw the last episode I saw is when they're about to play Georgia and the father's still in the hospital. That's the last episode?
I mean, it goes up to that game and then they don't play the game yet. But did you?
Yeah, so I think I saw
Yeah,
that.
so that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
How the hell you end it like that?
Yeah.
Weird. Wow.
But you saw him fighting with the girl coach and everything like that? Or no? You might have fallen asleep or something. There's more to what you're saying. I just don't want to give it away. That's the last episode, but rewatch it then.
Okay.
All right? Rewatch it and we'll get back to it. And last but not least, do you remember the movie in the 80s, The Toxic Avenger?
Yeah, of course.
Did you guys watched it, right?
Yeah.
I never did.
You wouldn't, but what? Because you're.
I know that I've been seeing it with
Yes.
Peter Dinklage.
Yes. So I watched that last night, and I thought to myself, I'm like,
They remade it?
they remade it, and the fact of the matter is, they remade it like 2 years ago. I thought it was new now, like 2025.
Oh.
And you have what's his name? I'm gonna. It's killing me. The guy from Footloose.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon's in it. Dinklage is in it, and there's a couple other people that you would know is in it. And I was like, look, I should have watched the old one first because I did watch it when I was a kid, and I don't remember why. It's not like there was a cartoon maybe or something like that. I don't remember why we watched it.
Was.
Yeah. So I watched this, and if you could get past some of the low grades, some of the CGI stuff, it's actually a quite entertaining movie. And they made the Toxic Avenger like a lot, let's just say, smaller, right? Because Dinklage is the Toxic Avenger, but it's pretty good for like a movie just to watch for an hour and a half. Like, you know what I mean? Especially if we grew up in the 80s. Like, if you watched out of the cartoon or you know had kids and you should watch the movie. You know what I mean? It wasn't bad. It wasn't like some of the acting was terrible because they obviously filled the extras and like with terrible actors, but like the actual actors that we know did a good job, right? But yeah, other than that, like if those are things you're looking to watch, I would say watch it because it wasn't terrible. I mean, I want to rewatch the old one to just see which one I'd like more, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got. That was a lot for a week, but I went to work because last week I was a bum.
You had some time.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. What do you got? Anything for us?
Yes, one selection as usual this week. We're going with Aesop Rock. I heard it's a mess there too, so that's the pick for this week.
Excellent, folks. Enjoy your rest of your week. We're now in November. Yeah, that's about it. We'll see you next week, folks. Enjoy.
Take care.